What up, though, Detroit? This is your guy, Daryl Noodles and Nolan. I am the host of Spending Time with Noodles. And one of the things that I always pride myself on, the concept of my show is to bring like-minded people together. You know what? I got an amazing number of guests in the studio with me today. And when I tell you, I'm excited. So we're going to just dive right into this because we got a lot to cover. My first guest, let me tell you a little bit about him. What people know about this man is that he's unapologetically Black. A man that believes that it still takes a village. Born and raised in the D, educated in the D, resides in the D, and represents Detroit everywhere he goes. Guess what, y'all? My good brother's a mechanical engineer by trade who supervises a team of 24. He's married to his best friend and has 5 wonderful children making their mark. And if I remember correctly, Mr. Brother Paradise, I'm going to call you Paradise, right?
Fair enough.
You and your wife have a set of twins, Elijah and Isaiah. Am I correct on the names, baby?
Yes, you are.
And I share with my man, Mr. Paradise here, that Brother Paradise. We're going to call him Brother Paradise, you know. We're going to act like we part of the Nation of Islam. Call him brother. That part, baby. Ooh, wee. Look at God. So I had the pleasure of getting introduced to his twins via a Zoom meeting that I participated with him. And I had to make it known. I said, man, let me tell you, twins have a special meaning to me. And here's why. My mother was a twin. I was born on May 22nd, true sign of Gemini, daddy. We twins. My dad and my grandmother were born on February 22nd. Of course, she was born on her day. He was born on his day, but their day was February 22nd. God is up to something. So, with that being said, Brother Paradise is the sitting president of the Detroit Slingshot Dynasty Club, where he has 38 members, and it's growing. Dynasty Slingshot is a social club that is built on serving the city of Detroit, where they do food drives for the elderly and the homeless. They support the youth during prom season by doing escorts for send-offs. They've helped families displaced by fires. They've helped families displaced by floods. They supported the ceasefire movement, the Stop the Violence campaign, and more importantly, the Juneteenth rally. They've done slingo treats for the children and have worked closely with the Detroit Police Department for various functions. This brother loves taking care of his people. Detroit, we have in the studio the operations manager, the president, the husband, the father. My good people, it's my pleasure to welcome Brother Paradise to Spending Time with Noodles. How you doing, baby?
I'm doing great, brother. Thank you for having me.
You know what, man? I want to thank you first and foremost because you know what? I know everybody's busy doing what they doing. Life is life, and we live in some different times. And when I reached out to you and you accepted the invitation, I just want to say to you personally, man, live audience, viewing audience, I want to say thank you. Because you know what you did? You gave a demonstration of the importance of brothers, Black brothers, stick it together. And you didn't say no, it be. So I want to thank you for that. You feel me?
Very welcome.
Thanks,
It's
so.
always easy to reach back and support those that like-minded or wear their Blackness on their sleeve. That's about taking care of this great city that I love. So thank you for being the channel, the conduit, and the vessel to get the message out to the masses that need to hear it.
You know what, baby? Let me tell you something, man. My spiritual relationship with God, this is my ministry. This is what I enjoy doing, bringing like-minded Black people together, because now more than ever, based on the results of last year's election, we need unity in the community, our community. So I got to ask you this question, bro. What side of town you grew up on? Where you from? West Side? Not East Side, but West Side?
I can never throw up the West Side segment. You know, I gotta try. I just gotta still get that going. I gotta tap my fingers together. I got a tie. There you go. There we go. I get it. There we go.
That's Star Trek.
Star Trek.
There you go. So you know what? You're a West Sider, but I always ask my guests because one thing that's important here in the city of Detroit because we love the D. What high school you graduate from, bro? If you want to give me a track record where you been, but where did you end? Where'd you graduate from? Run it down.
So the school that I graduated from was not the school that I actually claimed. But to answer your question directly, I graduated from Cooley High. So this is 88.
Cooley Cardinals. We used to beat up on y'all in baseball. I played baseball, baby. We used to come over there to Cooley and spike on the month for who that. Y'all see I'm representing all of Blue and Burgundy, baby.
So just a quick tidbit.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
I claim Redford. I'm a Husky by heart.
Okay. I like that.
Smash Mumford in football. 85, 86, 87.
When I need to bring some of my former Mumford football players up in here to verify what you just said. So that might have to be a show. You feel what I'm saying, baby?
Coach Columbus Moore, call him.
So let me ask this, man. So aside from being president of the Dynasty Slingshot Club, sir, you have a history riding bikes. Please share the history of that, please. Because you've been in the game for a minute. You're the president of Dynasty Slingshot, club. But prior to that, bro, you've been doing your thing. What were you into prior to segueing over into the Slingshot gun?
So I also currently own a Harley. So two-wheel bikes is a passion for me just the same. And I like the fact that they're interchangeable for different reasons. But I've just recently introduced to the Slingshot world maybe 3 years ago. Okay. But I've been on two-wheel bikes since the late 80s.
Oh, wow.
And there is nothing like wind therapy. When I tell you wind therapy is real, take away the stress, the anxiety, the anger, and everything else, you have a chance to be on the road. You meet a lot of good people because I spend a lot of time on these streets when weather is permitting. And being on that bike, I cannot tell you how many wonderful people that I've crossed paths with that a lot of times get bad reputation because of TV and Hollywood. But don't get me wrong, you got knuckleheads. But for the most part, the biking community is very supportive, man. And they love it. It's an unwritten brotherhood. And it's a ton of unity there just the same, man. But biking is definitely something I'm gonna do until my expiration date comes around.
You know what, man? I gotta add on to the Brother Paradise because you know what, man? I was married and my ex-wife told me, she said, if I ever got a bike, two-wheel bike, we were getting a divorce. I kind of wish I would have expedited getting me a bike. Then maybe I'd have saved myself some money in court. That's a story for another day, right? But you know what? You're right, man. When I get into my slingshot, bro, I've ridden with you and your team. We've rode with some other folks. We ain't gonna mention them, but anyway, I get in my slingshot, baby. I cut on that smooth R&B, that jazz, man, and what Brother Paradise is talking about, Will, it's therapeutic, baby. When people ride with me, I'm a single man. I tell the ladies, don't touch my radio, because I'll put you in the Uber. Because when I get into my vibe, my groove, I'm seeking therapy, man. I'm releasing that stress as a black man. I don't want that interrupted. So sometimes I tell the young ladies, I say, hey, if you're going to ride with me, don't touch my radio. Just be a passenger. You feel me?
Can I interject?
Come on, baby. That's why you're here.
Let me just tell y'all ride them right. Okay? Ain't nobody riding like y'all. I mean, from the two-wheelers to the slingshots I would have to ride it. I don't ride bikes. Let me just say this. I'm not riding one even.
Okay, got you.
My uncle was a bike rider. I can ride a bike that I can pedal, but getting on a bike that I've got to go like 100 miles per hour on a bike, no, Will ain't doing that. Unless it's a three-wheel and it's got to have some fat-ass wheels on the back, you know what I'm saying? So I can just sit there comfortable. But look, every time I see y'all ride them things right. They look good. sound good, and y'all have a brotherhood. It's a real brotherhood with those bikers and slingshots, and it's a beautiful thing to see. You know.
You know what? You know what? Thanks, Will, for saying that. And one thing, you know, Brother Paradise, as president of the Dynasty Group, I want you to share, man. What are some of the things that you are involved in relative to the community that Dynasty, participates in? Because we ain't just a sling. Because I just recently joined, and I want to thank you for welcoming me into the family, baby.
You qualify.
I'm qualified. What are some of the things y'all do, man?
One of the things that I'm probably the most proud of is that I get to sit at the president's chair to represent 38 honorable men and women that have a common moral fiber that's all about this city. Everybody lives in this city. Everybody supports this city. There's nothing more rewarding than having some people who have quote unquote made it. Because this group has plaques and degrees all around the walls, but they never forget about taking care of those people that stay in those areas that we came from.
That part.
Nobody ever has an issue with stepping up to the plate when the phone rings. These men and women are probably some of the most honorable people I've ever been around. And the degree of education goes from we have a gang of nurses, we have a gang of ex-military, we have bankers, we have psychologists, just a wonderful group of engineers, just a wonderful group of people that always put themselves on the back burner and try to pay a lot of their blessings forward. And that's the honorable part about these people entrusting me to get them to the next level.
You know what? And that's what I share with a lot of people. When I'm out and about in the community, man, and, people want to holler at me, and I share with them. I said, one of the things that I enjoy about riding with my fellow slingshot brothers and sisters, many of them are professionals. You know what? I'm telling you, I mean, they doing major things. You yourself, Brother Paradise, I mean, you're a mechanical engineer, baby. That ain't no joke, man. That's something to be proud of as a black man. And so my prayer to God, when I say God, I'm always in contact with him. I said, bring more like-minded people around me. And when I got the pleasure of meeting you last year, when we were at a slingshot engagement, and when I reached out to you, showed up at Quickies over there on 8 Mile. We chopped it up, baby.
We partying too.
Hell, we do. Oh, play hard, work hard, play hard, right? That part. So, man, I just want to salute you. You know what? I got 2 other amazing guests here I want to introduce. And I got to go ladies first. Will, you don't mind me going ladies first, right?
Man, you better go ladies first.
I got this beautiful queen sitting next to me. She goes by the name of Gina T. Gina T, how you doing today?
I am wonderful.
You know what? I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to spend time with Noodles.
Thank you.
So, Gina T, run down your resume. What you do, ma? What you do? What you into?
I'm into quite a few things. I am Gina T from Gina T Fashion. I am a fashion designer, a fashion show producer, a model coach. I love training. You got to talk about community. I love our community. It is so important that we reach that to those in need, and not just young people. I do work with a lot of young people, but I also train mature women too as well, because we all need help in a lot of ways. And we all need to stick together because we need each other, especially now. We need each other.
Why you say especially now? I got to call you out on that because you place some emphasis on that. Why especially now? Speak on it.
We have a whole person in office that have bulls, horns on its head. So for me, I think that if you've been following what's been going on in the world and the leadership that we have that's over the United States, it's very important for us as a community to come together. It's even more important because, we getting a lot of things taken away from us that we was able to have before now, of course. And so If we don't come together, then who is? Who's going to help us when we need each other? So we have to be there for each other.
It's almost like I wish I could play Kendrick Lamar. What's that song? They Not Like Us. Is that the name of the song? Did I butcher? They Not Like Us. That's the name of the song.
Absolutely. And they absolutely not. We bring so much creativity in our community. And we actually, especially women, have helped raise the world. We have helped raise this entire world. We have took care and fed and cooked and cleaned and did so much for this world, and not just for black men, but for the entire race of humans.
You know what? And there's a stat. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. Jay-Z said it in a song, right?
Right.
92% of black women supported Kamala Harris. But unfortunately, the stats, the numbers didn't match up relative to us black men getting behind her. So to have you here in the room today speaking on what you speaking on, we had to have a queen in this building. And when Will Phelps said you were showing up, I was like, man, God is good.
God is good.
We can handle any curveball, but you know what? I got to introduce the guy next to you. So let me introduce this brother properly.
Yeah.
So you know what? If there's a grown and sexy, mature vibe happening in the D, more than likely, Will Phelps has his hands and has been at it for a while. Brother Will Phelps, how long you been in the game, baby, as a promoter? Because you've been out here, baby, for a minute. You like an OG in the game. You're an unk.
I got decades under my belt.
That's what I'm saying.
Man, look at here. Just recently, I was talking to someone, and it was the grandkid of a person that used to hang out with me coming to the party. So I'm on generations of people, you know what I'm saying? And it's a blessing, right? Like I got turned on very early. I was very early in age, like maybe 12, when I got introduced to doing parties because of my older cousin, right? I'm sitting there and I'm at a table probably like this with my sisters. My sister's here, my cousin's there. The party guy who's throwing the party, he's my cousin. And so I'm able to come there with my cousin because we were very close. It's my aunt's kids, right? So we're very close. So I was young and he would throw these parties and I was able to come work. You know, I've been an entrepreneur since Yeha because my parents are entrepreneurs. So,
Okay.
you know, I'm there working and I'm able to see what was such a cool lifestyle. I mean, everybody coming in the door looked good. I mean, it's in the 70s, so everybody's skinny, everybody's sexy.
Nobody else away. Nobody eating that Golden Corral back in the day.
Man, there was no, man, everybody was sexy coming in. I'm looking around and having a good time. You know, back then, in the discos, they were just having a ball. The music was great. I was like, I could do this and make some money. This is for me. Now, it's a gift and a curse because I end up taking that route and not taking some other routes that probably, in hindsight, I might not even be sitting in this chair right now, which is it's hindsight, but it's a beautiful thing. So I've been around since the late 70s.
Wow.
80, you know, 79, 80 do our first.
Go back to you, Club Network, baby. When you used to hold it down back then, that's right. You know, Noodles was hanging out in the streets. I used to always run up in Club Network, baby.
Yes.
That was your spot.
That was the spot. Club Network came 20 years 20 years after I started doing something. You know, I started in high school. I was very young, man. And
All right, you mentioned high school. Yeah, I'm gonna come back to G. Don't worry, G. You on pause right now. So, what high school did you rep, baby? What side of town did you rep? Come on,
West Side all day, baby.
West Side. Did you do the? You had to do the West Side? You want to try? Yeah. Huh? Hey, you want to help me my story? If you want to help me my paradise, oh yeah, I'll be out there. You say you do that Star Trek thing? Yeah, Mr. Will Phelps.
I gotta get some rubber bands to tie on fancy game.
That can make it right. That part.
I started at Cooley.
Another Cooley card.
Yeah, started at Cooley because that was the high school in my area.
Okay.
And my mom went up to the school one day, had a meeting with the counselor. She's like, you got to go. You can't go. My sister was already going there.
Okay.
She's like, you can't go here. We got to find another school for you. I don't like the way you talked. And, you know, because my mom had big hopes and dreams for her son. So then I went to Henry Ford, going smooth.
You turned into a Trojan, baby. You turned into a Cardinal to a Trojan.
Going smooth until they found out I didn't live in the area. No more Henry Ford. And so I went to Catholic school. I ended up graduating from St. Mary's of Redford. So, you know, in hindsight, really, it helped me because I got a chance to know people here, and here.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So my son ended up being like that. But I know so many different people from so many different walks of lives because of the things that I've done, like the multiple high schools or the fact that I worked at Northland in its heyday.
Where'd you work at Northland?
At Man on Man.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Oh, Lord Jesus. Man, oh, man. If you OG, if you old school, if you know about Northland Mall and Man, oh, man, Paradise, baby, was that not the store to go to?
It was a store to go to.
That
So-
part.
Now I'm working at the mall. Everybody comes to Northland, right?
Yes.
Everybody. So I'm meeting everybody at North. So that's really what got me to where I am, is because there's so many high schools I went to, working at the mall, doing parties. It brought me in contact with a lot of different people from all over.
So, I'm going to put you on pause for 1 second.
pause.
Coming right back.
Yeah.
Queen G.
Yes.
What side of town you grew up on, man?
I grew up on the east side. I'm not
The
originally.
east side, can you throw up the east side? Is there an east side?
Oh, that's east side? Okay.
Nice to get you right, baby.
Wait. Whatever.
All right. What high school you rep, man? What high school?
Well, I went to all girls school called Take That. Nobody know about the school because it's the bad kids and uncorrected girls, that teenage. Yeah. So I had my first child at 16. So that then you couldn't go to high school break. They put you in alternative school.
Yes.
So, you know, that's where it was for me. So Take That. And actually it's right across from Bell Island. It's right where the McDonald's at.
Really?
East side, Jefferson, Uncle Jefferson. Now I'm a Jefferson her. He's Jefferson.
Just want to make sure I give everybody equal opportunity. You can first see. Yeah, no, man.
East side did good to Will.
What's up? Good to you, baby. You would add more to that stereo and want me for another day.
Another day, today, I get love on the east side.
Well, no, you do. You can love anywhere you go.
I real feel other side of her, girl. Wouldn't find my clean.
Okay. Yes.
That's what's up. Now, give me some of that. He is some Paradise. He said, I found my queen. And I got to go on the east side to look for my queen. You woman. I'm going to do a little soul searching, y'all. Gonna let God lead me. So,
Sit on the east side.
that might, Mama G, that might take that to the bank. But you know what? I'm going to let God move me in the proper order he needs to move me. Because, you know, I still got work to do on me. You feel me? So, Mr. Will Phelps, you got something pop Sunday, April 13th. I would love for you to speak on that, man.
Popping is the word.
It's pop.
That sneaker ball is coming. This will be our 4th year for sneaker ball. That was the sneaker ball. We will be doing this event on April 13th. It'll be a place called Priva, which is over in Redford Township. It is a black-owned facility.
Why is it that? I did not know it was black. Oh,
Black-owned facility.
shout out. Give me that name again before I butcher it. Priva. There you go. That sound like French, but go ahead.
Yeah, and it's got it's a beautiful place, and it's got the body. The audio visual they have there is unmatched. And for this particular project here that they're doing,
And Food Wars Party is probably what we'll talk about. See, Food Wars is what? What does stand for, baby? Take us back. What does that stand
for us, by us, baby.
for? Us, by us, what? Black folks? Black entrepreneurs that started the Food Boo gang?
Right. So
Go, keep talking, baby.
that urban wear, Fubu was first with that urban we're live. So they are a part of this show, and they're relaunching Food Will Break. And they're starting to launch off with the men's and women's suit line. So when you take that and all of the audio visual that they have at this venue, what we're going to use, this going to make this show, which we always have a fashion show. Gina T also does a fashion show on her own. So we're going to do one. This is Food was taking over here. He bring you the vice president. And we're really excited about it because Food is iconic.
What's the Don Noodles will be in the building, baby.
Yeah, in the building, but this is Spooky Scratch.
I have to be in the building, man. Come on now, I gotta get off the sidelines, baby. If I'm sitting here with the legendary Will Phelps, I had to come out and support you like I always do.
Come on, man. Hey, look, all those slingshotters and all this, they got a huge part.
Very nice.
That an invite? That's an invite. I'm gonna just let you know everywhere we go, they deep. So ain't nobody gonna have
Man, they had a power book. Let me tell you something, man. When I first seen this location, I went over there, right? It was my camouflage part. So when I got there, I already knew about the space. So when I looked at the parking lot, I always have a problem finding a place bikers, then it comes to the park, right? This parking lot is about 2 football fields long, deep. So all of y'all come up in and just do y'all thing, you know what I'm saying? And I love that energy. Most places are afraid at the from so deep. But Joe is like, we word that in.
You notice that, sir?
Yeah.
See, no, seriously, we get turned away from a lot of functions because they say it's too many of us.
Yeah, they're afraid.
And we take up too much space.
You know what, man? I actually, individually, I was hanging out with some folks, and they said, hey, Noodles, we got to head over to a spot over on Fink. And so I said, okay, bet, I'm in my slingshot. So when I pull up,
There was a hater at the gate. Oh, man, we got room for you. I said, hey, you go, huh? I said, all right, partner, peace. I knew what it was. Hating because you wish you had one of these and I'm rolling in the count.
that's what that is.
Well, just click on it, Paradigm. This is to counter that. And things are changing, but a lot of that is, because like I said, I ride a Harley too. So a lot of times when I'm on my Harley and I'm at a bike function and I see some people in slingshots pull up that I don't know, I made it here to chat. And what it is for a long time, slingshots were asked to go sit at work keys because they felt like they're not real bikes.
But not real classified as motorcycles.
So, but being an individual that operates both, they're not motorcycles. They are their own unique item.
Correct.
And the thing is this. I guess my position is anybody that walks into any dealership to go purchase one of these Power Carl Sport toys was going to pay a luxury tax. To go, I don't care if it's 2 wheels or it can be a 3-wheel vehicle. You are going to pay a luxury tax. You're going to pay a luxury premium for their insurance because it's considered a luxury item. And my thing, going back to us taking care of us, being black, why is it that if I work hard enough to be able to go purchase a toy that's for my pleasure and enjoyment, not yours?
Why can't we just adjust all day long? Because it's
Be happy for
she play nice.
So I here's a chatter, and I know they're not real motorcycles, so you're not welcome. But the part that's missed by lawless business owners is when slingshots pull up, they spend their money.
That
They
part.
spend money. So this is what
That part, baby. He'd recognize that.
you turn it away. So I don't know where the business mindset comes in with that part, because these people love to eat and they love to turn up.
Turn up, like when I on Club Network, right? One night, you were born the show. Girl Mac,
Absolutely. D-Rack, what up, doing?
and about 3 other boys or 40 boys came down, and they thought it was a joke. They pulled up on the sidewalk, and this was before downtowns. When we had Club Network, it was the only thing downtown.
You're right, baby.
Come down and then you could get that funny Sari Hicks. Come on, I open the doors up. I said, "Ride them boys ready." Oh, only problem I didn't think about was a big spike.
You in there trying to do some Jim Jones. You trying to take people out.
They're telling you. They rolled them in there and they went to ram, and I was like, "Oh no!" Open all the doors, open every door, and let them fumes out. But yeah, you know, I've always, I'm about excitement. That's my thing. True that. And when you pull up, it just be exciting. So I always look for a spot that can accommodate it because I like the excitement it brings.
Well, Brother Will, you get ready for us. Dynasty, we showing up. So let me pause you for 1 second.
Mhm.
Paradise, you got some events coming up too. Let me give you a shout out. And even let me make sure everyone understands. When we edit this, Sneaker Ball is going to get promoted. When we finish the editing of this filming today, Dynasty is going to get some love relative to the events you're promoting. What you got coming up, man?
We have a busy calendar.
You got a couple events. Give them to me quickly, baby.
First and foremost, we have April the 19th. There's a camouflage party, cabaret being thrown at the Q Event Center over on Wyoming, just south of McNichols.
Yep.
That's a party within the club on May. I'm sorry. The tourist party is April 19th. The camouflage party is Saturday, May 3rd.
We celebrating your queen on that day, right?
And my queen's birthday.
Oh, yeah.
She will, no, her birthday, you getting these.
Shit, tourist, though. Shit,
Shows her tourist. That's the April 19th.
there you go. I got you.
The camouflage cabaret.
Nikki, I got you, girl. You see me making sure I get the hubby right? I got it right, ma. I got you right.
You got that. The camouflage party is Saturday, May 3rd.
Okay.
And the big event for us for the summer, the Slingshot Dynasty powered by Motor City Power Sports, has the entire Belle Isle Casino.
Yes.
Saturday drop, baby. If you miss this event, you are missing one of the most epic things that's about to get ready to happen in the motorsport game, because we have slingshots coming in from Ohio. We have them coming from Kentucky. We have them coming from Chicago, not to mention the Dynasty themselves. We have a team of Rikers that's going to participate in this function with us. We have a gang of Harleys that's coming in. It's open to everybody. It's free to the public. There will be food vendors. There will be a lot of different swag bag giveaways that we're going to have and provide. And it's just going to be a great, great time for the city because, again, according to the park officials, they have not had anything like this before. This is not even like the East versus West car show. This is going to be something different.
Dynasty, man, y'all better stay tuned. Y'all stay tuned to Facebook. Check your boy Noodles out. Check my brother out, Dynasty out. You get all that info. But you know what, Mr. Will Phelps, I got to come back to you for something.
Come on back.
You know what, man? I got to give you some love. I got to give you a shout out. You know what? You reached out to me, man, and you said, you know what, Noodles? I got somebody here, man, at a spot. It was on Friday, March 21st, a Friday. You had a legend in the building, baby.
Straight legend.
You had a legend in the building over assault in Southfield.
Mm-hmm.
You had Rick Freeway Ross, the real Ricky Ross, not the Rose, the rapper. But baby, you called me up, and I got to set this duck up right. You feel me? You called me up, man, and I'm so forever grateful. You know, I'm getting up in age, man, and like I shared with you, I spent an extensive amount of time with a client. When I got home, I got to sip in a little bit. I had to decompress. And he was like, Noodles, baby, where you at? I'm like, oh, Lord, if I step out of this condo that I'm living in, they gonna take me to jail.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to make a grown man decision. Who did you have in the building, baby, on Friday, March 21st?
Shouts out to Freeway Rick Ross. You know, he was a nice guy. He was a very humble guy. He was a very nice guy. And you know what I told him? I said, you know, someone else took his name and his reputation and made a career out of it.
Okay.
I ain't mad at that. So I told him, I said, hey, man, because this other Rick Ross is everywhere, right?
Facts.
I said, man, you need to flip that on him. You wouldn't see me being Freeway Ricky Ross if I didn't have some in the back. I'd have all his songs playing. Really?
I like stuff.
Yeah, I'd be walking down the street. I'd have his music playing behind me. I was like, man, flipping on him. I mean, you know, he took your persona, he took your name, and he made a career out of it. He made himself out of that name. So, man, flip it on. Use it. Use it. If that everywhere you go, if somebody hear Dice Pineapples, right, or any one of his songs, and they turn it up, they really turning you up. So turn it up. Keep it with you.
Did he receive that? Did he receive that from you, Will?
He kind of received it, but you know, what happens to
No, they went to court. You know,
They
it
don't
was,
care.
it was a legal issue between them.
yeah, he tried to sue me, lost. You still to play his music. I would, man, to bring more attention to myself, I would use it because he built it off you. He built his reputation and his name off of you. His persona on music is from Freeway Rick Ross. And so I just, you know, I have been wanting to say this to this man because I've been watching him. You know, he did his time and now he's on a different path, right? And that different path for him is to expose people to the things he has been through and try to motivate people to do better and blah, 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 right? What easier way would it be for me to get more people to watch what I'm doing or pay attention to what I'm doing than to use this man's music? Because this man's music is popular. You know what I'm saying?
It's banging.
Yeah, you ain't got to say y'all best friends. Nope, we ain't best friends. But if my name is Rick Ross and you done built that reputation off my name, I'm using your music. I'm taking it with me.
You know what? I feel you on that, baby.
I feel you on that.
He kind of understood it, but I'm a marketing guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm a marketing guy. I ain't never went to school for it, but I understand it.
That right. You know the people.
Yeah, I understand.
Oh.
I know what you're doing when you're marketing. You're trying to get attention for whatever it is you're trying to sell. That's what you're trying to do. Take it and use it. That's what I told him. So, but he was nice.
He was there for a book signing because the brother has a book out, right?
Right? He's written several books, but he was selling his latest book, which I do not have with me. I apologize. And I bought a copy and I took him around to everybody that I knew there to buy copies. And, you know, he took pictures and he was really nice. I will say that I think sometimes these cats managers, they be focused on, so much focused on the money that they may sometimes forget about the fact that you want to endear your artist to the people, so to speak. You feel me?
I feel you.
Yeah. Well, I did get that kind of from his manager, but they were all very nice people. Were very nice.
You know what, man? You know what? I give you kudos because one, you reached out to me, baby. And unfortunately, I had a long day, you know, with a client. And when you reached out to me and said, hey, Noodles, come on down, man, you know, I'm going to give you an opportunity, you know, to collaborate, you know, with a legend from Cali.
I follow you. I watch you. I like the fact that you are very pro us. And so if there was going to be anybody I was going to try to get in to get that opportunity, it was going to be you. You know, I know other people, and I'm not saying that they don't do that, but I was going to call you because I watch the things that you say, and you're always saying something that's positive for us. So as much shine as I can get you, I'm going to try to get it to you the easiest way. I had them right there in my grass. I had them right there in my backyard. Let me call you over to the backyard.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? It'd be easier to do
I
it that
know.
way. Yeah.
We might have to take a trip to Cali. I'm going to have to pay for a trip to Cali, and we go out there. Let's go mess with Rick, Freeway Ross, and we do our thing. You know, and God give me some paper like you got. We're going to do that.
All right. Well, I think you already got it, but you know. Say that was, coming here looking for a loan today. Now since we got,
talk about that.
we got Paradise over there and he got 20 bikes. I'm getting you a loan today. We're gonna get some
It's a mechanical engineer.
we're gonna get some cigar.
He feed twins. He got twin babies, Elijah and Isaiah. But
Max.
oh, nah, they
Congratulations.
four is up.
Yeah.
Miss G, for the fashion show. Are you ready to rip the runway with your models?
We go with the one way. He got 40 models for the show.
Really?
All shapes, all sizes, and all ages.
How do people get tickets to this amazing sneaker ball FUBU event? Somebody speak on that for me, please.
Well, you can always reach me direct at 313-779-0832. That's 313-779-0832. You can go on Eventbrite and get them there under the Motor City Sneaker Ball. And you can call Miss Gina T at 313-434-9597. It's very easy to get this. If you got Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, whatever you got, we take it. Okay?
And we
Just
just put special, right? Going on right now? Do
Yes. Tell them to take it special.
What a ticket special right now, what you tickets get right now is $35
Yeah. Okay.
for the ticket special.
Okay.
I would say get them now.
That's affordable. Trump ain't it.
Very affordable.
Trump ain't initiated no tariffs on, party, events, right? So, no tariffs there, so $25, y'all can afford that, my people.
Right, okay.
He come for us, we come for him.
Well, yeah, we believe it's reasonable for what we offer because when we do an event, we do multiple things at the event. You just don't come and you're standing around. We got stuff for you to do when you get there. We got stuff for you to see when you get there. And then the main thing, we're going to have a room full of people that you just need to know. So when you go, I'm the type, man, and I've always been this way, probably because I started off so early. I'm not really a hanger-outer. I want to go see what's going on. I want to be on the other side. Or if I'm not on the other side producing it, I want to talk to people. I'm always getting to know people. As a matter of fact, yesterday, I'm sitting at this bar having a burger, right? Young lady was sitting 2 seats down from me. We're sitting there and she black, I'm black, you know what I'm saying? I always try to acknowledge the brothers and sisters.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So we learn unity. We need that.
Yeah, we be in areas where it's just us, so I gotta acknowledge you. So she went to the restroom and she left her food there, so she came back. I said, I watched your food. She said, that's what's up. You watched my food. So we get to talk and find out she's a poet. She shows me her Instagram and everything, and we got to talking. She was a younger girl. And it was a good conversation. I was like, I'm going to do this, blah, blah, blah tomorrow. I always try to turn people on, and I always try to meet new people because I just feel like everybody should be together. I'm the grandfather now. They call it title now. I'm the OG now. But I like the young people around me because young people got to see how we roll so they can learn how to roll. That's how I balls.
Oh, drop them gems, daddy. Drop them gems. You sound like Goldie the Mac. You know what I'm saying? You sound like Fast Freddy over there.
I can't rhyme like him, but I can talk that. Fast Freddy got a rhyme for everything. I can't rhyme like him, but I just, I think that it's very important for us to just reach out and be connected because I think where the disconnect comes today and where there's so many problems because these kids don't have no parents and they ain't around people showing them nothing. You don't know how to do nothing unless somebody show you. And that goes for everything. You don't know how to.
Can't be what you don't see.
Hey, right. If you don't see how to conduct yourself, then you're learning from somebody else that may not know how to conduct themselves.
That part. Yeah. You know what, Brother Will, I want to thank you for sharing that. I got to let my man Dynasty over here, because people need to figure out, how do we get a hold of you, Dynasty? If we got some slingshot members out there, bro, that, riding the slings, I know you got a process they got to go through. How do they get a hold of you, man, to reach out to you? Because we're getting close to the end of the show, and I want you to wrap it up by telling me, how do they reach out to you, bro?
We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. You go to Paradise DSD, which is Detroit Slingshot Dynasty, or you can just outright look up Detroit Slingshot Dynasty on Facebook. It's the same handle on Instagram, and there's an invite page that's on there because it is a private group, but you just fill out the questions on the invite page. That's all it takes. He will get back to you.
You know what? I want to thank everybody. Miss G, ladies first. My man, Will Phelps. Been rocking with you for years. One of the biggest, baddest promoters in the D, baby. My man, Mr. Paradise. I won't call you Corey because you like Paradise better, you know, but I'm just saying. I'm glad to be part of the familiar, baby. The Dynasty familiar. And when I tell you Noodles is dedicated, loyal, and I'm in the game, I want to thank everybody. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule to spend time with me, dear old Noodles Nolan, your host of Spending Time with Noodles. Love, peace, and I don't need the hair grease. Thank you for joining the peace, y'all.